Hi, this is Anya and welcome to my channel. Today I am here to do a quantum phase healing, to share a quantum phase healing session with you and the opportunity for you to participate in this quantum phase healing session on the face of the people pleaser. And this came into my field a few weeks ago working with a client, and I really felt my own personal need to take some time to go back into my past where the people pleaser was birthed. In the last couple of years, especially, I've done quite a bit of work on my people pleaser, working with codependency and working with creating healthy boundaries, which is a wonderful way to heal. We can't really heal the people pleaser unless we are able to create healthy boundaries for ourselves. So that is important to note, and we can talk a little bit more about that later in the session. But I want to get right into it because there's a lot to cover here. We're going to do a emotional freedom technique for the people pleaser. I'm going to leave space between my words so you are able to repeat my words, or if you want to add in your own words, that's fine too. And then we're going to go into a face yoga session for the people pleaser. And to me, I feel like the people pleaser usually on the front is might be wearing a mask about being nice, being kind, being subservient, being helpful, accommodating, maybe being quiet, maybe getting out of the way, maybe just getting numb and completely being of service. But on the outside, they're wearing this face of kindness, but on inside, there could be torment, and there could be unhappiness, anger, frustration, fear. So a lot of times, and I went back to where my people pleaser was birthed, and I spoke with a few other people and about their people pleaser, and everybody's going to have a different scenario, but it seems like all in all, the people pleaser was first birthed out of fear and out of the need to create harmony in the home. There was a parent that was maybe emotionally abusive, or in some way, or physically, there was some abuse, so that the person adopted people pleasing for avoidance. And then, people pleasing can be at all different levels. I mean, sometimes people pleasing can completely take over your being, and you just become this being a people pleaser. And eventually, what I can see is when that happens, there's at some point breakdown, because your inner self is in torment. And there's such a difference between the outer and the inner, and the soul and that could lead to a dark night of the soul. And I've had that experience. And actually coming out of a dark night of the soul was when I really needed to take a look at why that happened. And part of it was definitely people pleasing. So, but then what can happen is you could have other relationships that aren't exactly those serious dynamics, but you're just so used to being in the people-pleasing mode and you don't feel worthy that you think you need to people-please just to have friends, or maybe at work with your coworkers, or it could seep into your personality as part of your personality, but it was birthed from a place of survival. And until we become conscious of what happened, it could just continue to go on and on. And it's very noted, and I've spoken to quite a few people who their people pleaser was birthed in childhood, and then they created relationships, partner relationships, intimate relationships, where they just continued that role. And definitely leading into codependency and not healthy relationships. So to me, the people pleaser, her face is like a mask. And what she's giving out on the outside is not what's going on the inside. So it's not a face of authenticity. So we're going to work with, when we get to the face yoga practice, about what it's like to feel like being in our authentic self, wearing our authentic face, and doing things, not that we don't want to do kind, loving things for people, but we want to do them because we want to do them, not because we have an ulterior motive or that we don't feel worthy of something, that there's fear. We want to do it out of love, not out of fear. So I think that covers the an idea of the people pleaser. So I'm tuning into her, calling her in, and like I said, I don't see her very active in my life today. I'm sure she seeps up here and there because she was part of my life for most of my life, and it definitely does not promote healthy relationships. So I think just calling her in and acknowledging her or him and accepting that part of us. Loving, accepting, seeing, and grateful, because there was a time that this particular face was a survival. I mean, this is what got you through. But hopefully in today's world, in the moment, that you can decide that you don't need to wear that people pleaser mode anymore, and that people pleaser face, and be in that people pleaser mode. I mean, if you're in relationships that are unhealthy and could be potentially harmful, then you need to get some outside help. So I'm just going to say that right now. If anybody is watching this and they're feeling like they are in harm, they need to get some outside support to manage the situation. But if you are out of any harm's way, but you want to have a deeper healing relationship with the people pleaser, you can join along with me for the quantum face healing emotional freedom technique on the face of the people pleaser. So let's begin. So again, let me just take a moment to connect with Spirit to guide me here. And I felt like I did call her in, and I have a lot of compassion for her right now. I realized how much she extended herself, and a lot of it came out of survival, and then just became a pattern of living. And you don't know any other way, but now we're learning another way. So we're going to tell her that too, that we're learning another way to live. We're going to have authentic relationships, and that starts with being authentic with yourself. So, speaking to the face of the people pleaser. Even though you've worn this face of a people pleaser, this part of you, the people pleaser, has been with you for many years of your life. Many years of my life. So I'm going to say my life, and you can say your life too. Like, just you repeat after me. So let's start again. Even though the people pleaser has been part of my life for many years, I completely accept and love myself. Even though the people pleaser has been a part of my life for many years, I just want you to know, people pleaser face, part of you, that I see you. And I accept you, and I love you, and I'm grateful for you. Even though the part of me that is the people pleaser, I see you, I accept you, I love you, and I acknowledge that you really extended yourself to the point of harm. And even though you extended yourself to the point of harm, I completely love and accept you. Even though the face of the people pleaser is a mask you wore for many years, got me through many situations. I completely accept and love you, and am very grateful for you. I recognize that you came about to help me, to get through situations that felt harmful, fearful, I see you. I see what you did. I'm grateful for you. I'm going to tap on the temples, even though inside you were hurting. You may have been wearing a smile on your face, but inside you were in torment. You were sad, you were angry, you were bitter. You really didn't know how to cope with life in a healthy way. But I understand. Nobody taught you. So you made up a way that worked for a while, until it didn't. Even though you wore that smile on the outside, but inside you were in torment. Giving more than you had, not acknowledging your own needs, not acknowledging your own feelings. I'm here to say, I see your needs. I see your feelings. I acknowledge you. I see you. I hear you. Tapping between the nose and the lips. Even though so many years, so many relationships overgiving, thinking about others instead of your own needs and feelings, shutting down, numbing, I'm here to see, I see all of it. And even though it was unhealthy for me, for the part of me, the people pleaser, I also see how I was in survival mode. We were in survival mode and we survived. We're here today. So we're grateful. We're grateful we made it this far. All lessons in life. So here we are. So grateful we made it to this moment in time, this present moment, which is the only moment that exists. Saying how grateful we are to be here now. To forgive all the people that may have harmed us along the way. To forgive ourselves because we mostly didn't know any better. But we're learning another way to live now. So even though you wore that face for so many years and inside you were in torment, I completely see you and acknowledge you and accept you and love you. And I forgive you for not being authentic to yourself because you didn't really know how to. But we're learning now. Even though you put on that face, that mask, you got good at it. You got so good at it, you fooled yourself. And that's the truth. Some of the time. And then sometimes you get so friggin' up to here with people pleasing. There's a rebellious streak in the people pleaser and wants to just say, F off. Right? So a little bit of, there could be a little bit of passive aggression in the people pleaser. So even though you may be a little bit passive aggressive, I completely accept and love you. I see you, and I see that you just really didn't have the tools to live another way, but we're learning now. We're learning how to set healthy boundaries. We're learning how to be authentic to ourselves, to accept ourselves, to love ourselves. And that's different for each individual because we all have different needs. So to really sit down and acknowledge what your needs are and to be able to express it in a healthy way. So I would like to tell the people pleaser part of me that that part can relax right now because we're setting healthy boundaries. So even though the people pleaser lived with me for many years, that does not mean we need to continue living that way. We can step into authenticity. We can love and forgive ourselves. We can love and forgive all those that may have harmed us along the way. Even though I wore the face of a people pleaser for so many years, I completely accept and love myself. And forgive myself for any harm that I may have caused myself, others, and forgive others that may have harmed me. And let's take a deep breath in and exhale out, let it go. Just sit quietly for a moment. Allowing the healing to penetrate through all the cells of your being. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Thank you for still being here if you are. I hope that was good for you. I know it's a really touchy subject. But it's definitely a valuable one to take a look at and to work with and to heal that part of us. And I think this is a useful tool for that. Now let's go into our face yoga practice. So as I mentioned before, the face yoga, I feel like the face of the people pleaser is a bit of a mask, and it's not authentic. Like we said, like the inside and the outside don't match. So I feel like a nice guided face yoga meditation to start, to get ourselves to be inside. So let's close our eyes, resting your tongue gently on the roof of your palate. Bring your awareness into your being, into your face, into your heart, into your soul. Connect with your breath, gentle breaths in and out through the nose. Bring your awareness to your forehead. Just relaxing the mind, relaxing the thoughts, quieting the mind, relaxing the muscles of the forehead. The eyes are closed and let them roll in and up at your third eye point. Now bringing your awareness into your third eye point. Now bringing your awareness into your temples. Enjoying being in your temples. Now let's bring your awareness to your eyes. The eyes are closed, but you're aware of your eyes now. And then let's bring our awareness to our nose and gently feel the breath moving in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Feeling the breath go through the sinuses into the nostrils, exhaling out, inhaling. As we inhale, we want the belly to expand. As we exhale, we want the belly to contract. Now bring your awareness into your cheeks, your mouth, your lips, and your tongue. The tongue is gently resting on the top of the palate in mooing. Let's bring our awareness to the chin, relaxing the chin muscles. And from the chin, let's bring our awareness up the right jaw line to the right ear, bringing our awareness into our right ear. And let's go back to the chin and bring the awareness up the left jawline, up to the left ear. Now let's be in both our ears, right and left ear. Now let's bring our awareness to our heart. Allow the heart to open and expand. And then draw a line from the heart to the mouth area. And smile. The eyes are still closed, but let's lift the corners of the lips of the mouth, widening the corners of the lips, opening up the smile, and noticing how the heart opens, expands when we smile. And making that connection, but bringing the authenticity. So it's not a fake smile, it's like from your heart, lifting the heart, opening the heart, and moving up towards the smile. So the heart and the mouth are opening and expanding together and feeling the authenticity. And then from there, the mouth, let's draw a line up to the third eye, up to the crown, and in the mind, allow the mind to feel this expansion as well. So we're feeling expansion through the heart, the mouth area, and the crown chakra. Just allowing things to be open, receptive to love. And any time that we have a thought of conflict, judgment, blame, or fear, which could cause us to go into the people pleaser, that's when we decide to choose love. I've made a mistake by being afraid of choosing love. So now I am going to choose love instead of blame, judgment, conflict, or fear, so that my heart, my mind, and my smile could be authentic and in alignment. So we're going to have to work on some mind control here. Mind shifting. So when the mind comes into fear, we're going to need to shift it into love. When the mind goes into judgment or blame, we're going to have to shift it to love and trust. When the mind goes into conflict, we're going to have to shift it into peace, so that our mind, our smile, and our heart can be in alignment and be authentic and one. You can open your eyes back from the meditation, and let's do a few face yoga exercises today. Let's do something to open up the eyes. So let's take the pinkies on the eyebrows, interlacing the fingers, shoulders back, sternum lifts. We'll open the eyes big and wide. And let's do eyes opening and closing with the right eye. So close the right eye, open. Close, open, close, open, close, open, close. We'll open big wide. And we'll go to the left eye, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open both eyes big and wide. Now let's do some lower lifts for the lower eyelid. Lift, release, lift, release, lift, release. Lifting the lower eyelid and release. Lifting, release, lifting, release. Let's lift and hold. That's working underneath the eyes for bags and indentation. Releasing sadness, tiredness, and release. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do a little clearing around the eyes. So we'll tap around the eyes. And then we're going to clear away. And this is a really good area to clear away. This area underneath the eyes tends to be energetically the most dense. So by doing this, you can clear the energy of tiredness, sadness, disappointments. You don't need to hold on to this. Good, last one, nice. So the eyes feel more open. Good, we're gonna go into a nice smile, showing the top teeth, resting on the bottom, lifting the corners. And let's take the middle finger on the nose, pressing the nose down. We'll take the index finger gently resting here, and we're gonna go into our smile. I'm just lifting my hand so you can see. I'm going into a smile. And I'm thinking about widening my smile as well. And here, my fingers are pressing down on my nose, so I'm relaxing those overused muscles. And release. Nice. Breathing in and breathing out. And just checking in, and bring your awareness to our heart, our face, and the mind. And seeing that we're in alignment here, the heart, the smile, the mind, all in alignment, choosing happiness, choosing honoring oneself, choosing forgiveness, choosing love. Good, we'll do a little exercise to lift those corners of the lips. Take your tongue out the corner of the right side of the mouth and bring it towards your nose, showing the top teeth. And the other side. And release, breathing in and breathing out, and just noticing here how that kind of enhance the corners of the lips to go up. Also noticing how that feels in the heart center. An area that we haven't discussed yet is the throat, and the throat chakra is for truth. So speaking your truth, living your truth, and people pleasing is most likely not doing that. So in the mix of all that, the throat chakra could get blocked. So let's think about opening up the throat chakra. Actually, it just came to me to share with you a little mantra. It's O-N-G, Anga, Anga, and you can hear G, G, G. Now that sound of G opens up the throat chakra. So let's chant Ang together. Anga, 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 Anga. Breathe in, breathe out. And just noticing how the throat feels now. More open and spacious. Good. Let's take your left hand to the outside of the left side of the head, and we'll bring it over, getting a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. Roll that left shoulder back and opening up the throat. And here we'll take the tongue out the corner of the mouth, bring it towards the nose. feeling a tightness in the jawline and lengthening through the right side of your neck. Good. Coming back to center, we'll switch sides. Left shoulder back. Really getting a nice stretch to the whole left side of the neck and shoulder. Bring your tongue out the corner of the mouth and bring the tongue towards the nose. Tongue back in, bring your head back to center. And let's just tune in with ourselves. Come into our being. Feel really good about the work that we just did in the last 35 minutes. Not bad. And probably since we started the Quantum Phase Healing Emotional Freedom Technique, it's maybe been less than a half an hour. So in a half an hour, you did a lot for yourself. And I just want to thank you for being here and supporting this work, because I feel like the more healing each person does on this planet, that's how we can heal the planet, heal ourselves. You know, we're always looking outside of ourselves to do something, which is nice, but let's do the work within, clean up our own acts, and clean up our own vibration. And by doing this work, choosing forgiveness, love, and happiness is definitely going to raise your vibration and putting a smile, an authentic smile on your face. Well, I am so grateful and really authentically grateful that you are here listening to this and doing this work. And I'm wishing you a blessed day. Namaste. Any questions or comments, please do so below. Thanks.